So before we start, please excuse my dirty room because this is the only place where I get adequate lighting for some reason in my room, and it's still not even good. But whatever. I didn't want to have to hold my phone the whole time. So anyway, I just want to tell you about my whole MEPS experience. And before we get into that, it's no, you know what, I'll just let me just do it as I speak. So I went to MEPS, as you know, to take my physical. And let me start with the first time. Yeah, I went more than once because most people do, because friggin' MEPS wants to disqualify you for everything and anything. So let me start by saying I went the first time, and this one wasn't MEPS' fault. It was actually me and my recruiter's fault. We forgot my life packet, so you kind of need that to process. So I didn't have that, and I stayed in the hotel, and I didn't even realize I didn't have that life packet until 3 in the morning, which is when I had to wake up, because I'm not used to having that packet on me at all. So I didn't even think about it until I woke up and I saw my roommate going through it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what? Woo! I had to stop myself because I was like, whatever. So, and the recruiter wasn't even my recruiter that took me. It was the guy that sits next to him. So, I didn't even have his number, and I came with some boy I didn't know, so I had to find that boy and was like, yo, did you get your packet? Because I don't have mine. And yeah, he's like, oh snap, my packet. So I kind of took it that he didn't have his either. So he called him 4 in the morning, and he's like, oh my gosh, you guys. And he's like, okay, I'm going to be there by 7. This fool did not get there until 10:30 a.m. So therefore, we couldn't process because the doctors won't see you after 7 unless you're there for the ASVAB and physical together. So basically, we sat there till 10:30 doing nothing but watching TV. I watched 3 movies. I even watched Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. I've never even seen that until I watched it on FX that day because it was on for some reason at 4 in the morning. So besides that, so after that, I went home that day. And he's like, we can try again tomorrow or on Sunday/Monday. Sunday for the hotel, Monday for MEPS. So I was like, well, I can't get off work that day, that fast, for tomorrow, so let's try Sunday, Monday. So last night, I went back to the hotel. And it's a really nice hotel, you guys. It's really 4 Points Sheraton Hotel in El Segundo or wherever. It's a really nice hotel, actually. The dinner's pretty good. Actually, the dinner's really good. The breakfast is really good. Bacon all day in the morning. And I had a roommate the first time, and I was really lucky to get a cool roommate the first time. She was cool. She was really down to earth. And then the second time, I had a roommate. She was cool too, but it just wasn't the same. I don't know. I was just real lucky to get a cool roommate the first time, but the second time too. So, not saying she was a bad roommate. She was cool too. So, anyway, after that, I made sure I had my life packet. I kept that on me at all times. I was not leaving that for anything. So, I get to MEPS, and let me tell you, the whole MEPS process, actually, guys, is not even that bad. It was really easy to me. I watched so many YouTube videos on MEPS and how it was going to be that I got it pumped up in my head that I was going to just be a living you-know-what on earth. So I was, prepared. I was over-prepared in my mind. Okay, everybody's about to be little booty holes in the morning. But, actually, that mess was, a piece of cake. Probably because we only had 5 girls, but even with 5 girls, it still took a long time. Why? Because I couldn't pee because I didn't have no water that morning. And this other girl didn't have water that morning. We had to wait for everybody to pee so we could continue. And so it took about an hour to try to pee. So I did vision and hearing while I was waiting. So I wasn't just sitting around. So I went and got my blood drawn. I did hearing. Man, those little hearing beeps, they're so low. So listen, you guys. It's not just deaf quiet in there. If you hear something, press your button. Because some of those beeps are like, did you hear that? It was like, they're so low. But, that, and let me tell you about the vision test. So I got 20/20, but I'm not sure how, because I kept messing up. And that little perception test about the little 5 circles in a row, and you have to pick which one is 3D to you. All them circles look the same. Like, I don't know I don't know what they did to make one be more popped out than the other, because they all look the same to me. So every time I would guess one, like, I got it right the first. Why do I keep feeling stuff? Like, the first 3 times, and when I got to the 3rd line or the 4th line, he was like, no, try again. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, at least I get to try again. And so I was like, okay. I tried again, and anyway, it took me a long time. I was staring at the lines. He was repeating himself. He's like, line 4. I'm like, no, I'm still looking at it. I know. So just be prepared for that, because all those circles look the dang same. So after that, I went and got my blood drawn. I hate freaking needles so bad. But he was like talking while he was doing it. He was talking to me. He was real cool. Like, everybody at the MEPS was actually really cool. Like, nobody was like being a jerk that day, except one lady. She was kind of this one lady, this nurse, she just had an attitude the whole day, but whatever, it wasn't gonna ruin my mood, because everybody else was nice. Like, the doctors were nice, like the recruiters or whatever that work at, the councilmen that work at MEPS, they were actually being like pretty nice that day. So I was like, man, this is going like well. So I went through the exercises, and there's some weird exercises. Like, you do this, you gotta go whoosh to your sides, like, without touching your sides, and you gotta do the duck walk. And the duck walk was not even hard. So whoever's been saying that the duck walk is just, oh my gosh, if you don't pass, you're gonna fail, and it is not hard. I took 4 steps forward, 4 steps back, and that was that. Like, it's not even a huge component of the physical. Like, it's just a part of the physical, just like any other exercise. So don't stress it out too much, because some people are like, I was practicing all night for the duck walk, and yeah, and it wasn't that deep. It's really not. So don't over prepare, because just go with it. Like, it's not as deep as you seem. Like, it's actually, just pay attention to direction. Because if you don't pay attention to direction, somebody will yell at you, probably. Somebody will, like, you know, get rude, get in your face about that. So just, if you follow directions and say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or no, yes, don't be like, nah, yeah, you know, nah, bro. No, don't be doing any of that, because you are in a federal building and with military personnel. Like, you don't talk to them like that. Anyway. So that's just common sense. And then the girls, and I'm assuming you guys too, have to strip down to your underwear. And the lady was just like, all right, strip down. I was like, oh, right now? Because we were just like in the middle of a conversation, and she was like, strip down. So I was like, okay. So we got stripped down to your underwear, bra and panties. Make sure you wear panties. They stress that too. Boys, make sure you wear panties. I mean, make sure you wear underwear, because believe it or not, some people will not wear them, and that's common sense. But as we know, common sense isn't very common nowadays. So 9 minutes already. So anyway, yeah, this girl had to go downstairs because she wore open-toed sandal wedges. I don't know why you would wear that when you're doing a physical, but whatever. And then they sent her downstairs to get some shoes. And I'm not sure whose shoes she came back with. but they were like some size 10 Nikes. And she was like a size 7, so oh my gosh. And she has stockings on, so it just looks so funny. Like some big white boats on her feet. But anyway. Anyway, this girl, and she had to go get panties from downstairs because I guess she didn't wear the right underwear. And they tell you what to wear. Girls, do not wear sports bras. Do not. Because they will send you to get a real bra because they need to see your spine when you're doing the exercises. So I wasn't aware of sports bra until I saw this girl got disqualified. I mean, not disqualified, sent away to get a real bra. And I was like, oh, snap, I'm glad I didn't wear that. So make sure you wear underwear, a good bra, and, you know, just listen, follow directions, and you'll be all right. And then after that, what do we do? Blood work. Oh, the doctor visit. The visit. So you're gonna go 1-on-1. Well, actually, it was 1-on-2 because the lady that took our P test came in with the doctor, and I didn't know she was gonna come in. I was like, oh, that's weird. And she had this smirk on her face the whole time because she's seeing everybody's business, and that's probably pretty awkward. But you know, whatever. So she's gonna be like, you know, I need to feel your chest, make sure you don't have no lumps or anything. Boys too, probably. And I'm not sure what they do with the boys, but I think you're gonna like cough, and they're gonna, you know, yeah, while you cough. And girls, she was like, okay, knees up, and I was like, and she's like, okay, spread it. Yeah, so you're gonna have to spread it, but it's real fast. Like, she really just like glanced in there just to make sure you're a girl and make sure that there's nothing wrong with you down there. So, you know, we don't want somebody coming in with like warts all over the place. So after she does that, she's gonna tell you to turn around and bend over and spread them as well. So I figured that was gonna be like the most awkward part of the day. Actually, it went by so fast, like I didn't even have time to like be like, we all have the same things down there. I know you heard that a million times, but as nervous as you are now, trust me, I've been there, and it's not that bad. Because it's going to be really fast, depending on who you get, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same lady, because she's like the main doctor. Oh, so anyway, I'm 12 minutes, I need to hurry this up. So anyway, so after that, it's not that bad. We went to lunch. We had these big dry sandwiches from Togo's. They weren't good, so they needed some like mayonnaise, some chipotle sauce on there or something, because it was dry. It just looked like a loaf of bread and water that they're giving to you like your Last Supper or something. But after that, what makes me mad is, let me tell you why I got temporarily disqualified. Yes, and it's because I'm allergic to fish and peanut butter. And they're not even diagnosed by the doctor. I just know it because every time I eat it, something weird. I feel something weird in my mouth, and like I'm like, no, I hate it too. But fish makes my lips like swell up, but it doesn't constrict my breathing or anything. But the doctor gave me the go ahead. Hold on, my battery's low. The doctor gave me a go ahead, and then when I'm about to swear in, like I was in the briefing about to swear in, I got my job, I got my leave date. I was so excited. I was about to swear in, and then I get the call, Navy applicant, so-and-so, come up to medical. I was like, oh my gosh, no. So I go up, and that's what they tell me. The doctor changed her mind on me needing a waiver, and she said I should have no problem getting it. But I go downstairs, and they're making it seem like it's just impossible to get or something. But then one guy was like, we'll have this ready for you within the next 2 days. But I'm like, hurry it up. Like, I wanted this done today. Like, there should be no reason I should be disqualified. I'm completely healthy. Like, I'm a healthy human being trying to join the armed forces. Like, why would you deny me? Like, because of something like that. But that's what MEPS is there for, to disqualify you. So, just, you know, if it wasn't diagnosed by a doctor, it doesn't need to be mentioned, really. So I should have known that, but whatever. They asked, so I told. But, you know, hopefully I get this waiver, so I really need you guys to pray for me because I need that, like, badly. Alright, and I'm going on 15 minutes, so I need to get out of here. But wish me luck, and If you have any questions, just leave them in the description box or my inbox, wherever that is. Alright, gotta go.